All the pieces are in place for the next round of this World Junior Championship, except one. Who will finish first in Group A? We're going to find out tonight in a sold-out Saddle Dome. Starting goalies brought to you by Chevrolet, driving our world forward. And that is Johan Gustafsson, 19 years of age, whose numbers are not good in this tournament, but they believe in him, and they're going with him tonight. Down at the other end, this guy's been outstanding, is yet to allow a goal in 2 games. Andrei Vasilevsky, 17 years of age. He's been tremendous in 2 wins. The referees are Tom Laxinen from Finland and Vladimir Sindler from the Czech Republic. Chris Carlson of Canada is working one of the lines. It's already 2012 in both Russia and Sweden. These 2 teams here in Western Canada are going to try to ring in the new year with a bye to the semifinal and a first-place finish in this group. Both teams 3-0. Sweden in blue, Russia in white. The Swedes go on the attack right away. Sundstrom had lost his footing, and this allows Sergeyev to get the puck up the center. Here's Kosov for Russia. Stops up into the middle. Barbashev trying to pull the trigger, and Clayson was there for Sweden to break it up.
Watch Barbashev come through. The Russians love to come through the middle and hit the player coming like Barbashev did there. It's an area that Roger Ronberg says that the Swedes really have to be aware of and defend against.
Sweden played last night an easy win here in this building against the Slovaks. Russia 2 nights ago against Latvia. Here's Niall Yakupov. Ozhiganov for the drive, and Gustafsson makes his first save. And we'll be watching him very closely because Roger Ronberg says he believes in his netminder despite the fact that he has struggled.
No wavering in that at all. He felt that sitting him upstairs, having him watch the game was going to really benefit him. When you have the coach's confidence, it's a good start.
Kovachev wins that draw for Russia. There's a bullet drive. Good stop through traffic. Loose pocket is cleared by Mika Zibanejad. The first-round draft pick of the Ottawa Senators wears number 20 for Sweden. Ricard Raquel is number 24. Plays for the Plymouth Whalers in a very strong game in Sweden's last outing. This is Petter Granberg for Sweden. The lone defenseman on this rush, while the rest of the line finishes a change. Flipped ahead, here's Kucherov chasing that loose puck. White's at it, gets his rebounding behind the goal, tries to move it in front. Here's Kuznetsov, his first shift of the game. Goes to the front of the net, and that pass is out of his reach. Sheldakov. Russia hitting the gas pedal down early in this game, aren't they, Craig?
Well, they want to test the Swedish defense, and the Swedish defense wants to test the Russian defense.
Sweden's not overly concerned with matching any lines, but there is one matchup that Ronberg wants to get, and that is the defensive pairing of Brodin and Klefbom. Here's a chance for Yakupov in front, scores! Zemchenkov opens the scoring for Russia, and it's 1-0 early.
Yeah, this is a giveaway, and now Yakupov showing that not only does he have quick feet, he has a quick mind. He reads this pass by Klingberg where he wants to go, attacks the net, and puts it right on the stick of Zemchenko. Gustafsson had no chance. You see him with his head up here attacking. Clayson has to go to him. The goaltender Gustafsson has to respect it, but well, that's a terrible turnover by John Klingberg.
There's another drive, they score again, and that is a terrible goal.
This is one on the goaltender here, short side, right along the ice. Big goaltender playing the butterfly. You can't let those types of shots go in the net, and right off the face-off, Granberg gets caught flat-footed, and Kosev, who can shoot, he drives the net, he's hungry and determined, puts that puck in the net. That's a weak one on Gustafsson.
Johan Gustafsson came into this game with a save percentage of .825. That is below average, and that is being kind.
Not good enough.
He's given up shaky goals, and now he's allowed 9 goals against Craig on 44 shots.
Can't blame him for the first one. He looked sharp on a couple of saves, but that one, you need that save right there. That's not a dangerous shot.
Here's a chance for Yakupov. Good save on a hard drive from Niall Yakupov, one of the top snipers in the Ontario Hockey League. He plays for the Sarnia Sting. What a start here for Russia.
And you look at the goaltender coming back there, Gustafsson, on a great save on Yakupov. Reading the play, getting out to the top of the crease, that's what you need. But right now, the Swedes need to be a lot better with the puck. Their defensemen too loose, casual.
Here comes Sweden back the other way. They drop it off. Rensfeldt was in traffic. And look out. It's Gusev by himself, stopped by Gustafsson. And Sweden needed that one.
Now let's keep that save in mind. A 2-0 game. If it goes to 3-0, who knows the way the Russians are going? It could turn ugly quick, but great little pass by Kuznetsov, and Gusev knows his way around the net, and Gustafsson stays right with him. Good pad, save, getting the leg down. And Roger Ronberg calling the timeout now, Dave. This is a necessary timeout.
Well, he saw his team allow 2 goals in the opening 2 minutes and 16 seconds, including 2 goals in 7 seconds.
Well, and the giveaways, the sloppy play. You know, it's one thing with John Klingberg, okay, give away the puck, but then off the face-off, Gronberg flat-footed, goaltender lets in a bad one, and now on breakaway, his goaltender came up big for him right there.
We felt Sweden really got its game together last night in that dominant win over the Slovaks. They played very well in all aspects of the game. Gustafsson did not play in that game. He got the night off. Anton Forsberg was the netminder in that one, and he is the backup tonight. There's another quick one here. We might see it.
Very well made.
Swedish captain Johan Larsson dumps it in. Vasilevsky out of his net. Shots are 7-1. Russia. Here's Larsson. Off the boards. Gets it back. Klefbom on the drive. Reaches the net. That is up and out of play. So while goaltending is an issue down at one end, it is not at the other. Look at this guy. No goals against now on 72 shots.
Yeah, he's been terrific. And if the Swedes, they talk about driving the net, getting bodies around there, that's a clean look at the shot. And you got to get a little more traffic, a little more obstruction of his vision around the net if you're going to get a goal past him, because he's on top of his game.
Vasilevsky opened this tournament with his World Junior Championship debut with a 40-save shutout against Switzerland. And if he wasn't brilliant that night, Russia would have lost. And Switzerland wouldn't be in the relegation round as they are now. Here's Yakupov, tries to carry it in. Zibanejad lost his footing. Sweden looks a little nervous here after this very shaky start in the opening couple of minutes. Place it. Dumps it in there. Nordstrom had a loose puck, but Sergeyev was back. They center it, comes back to the line for Clayson. He puts it into the corner. This is Joakim Nordstrom, number 19, with the puck. Tripped up by Sergeyev, who moves it up the boards. Back in there for Sergeyev. Zinchenko, the goal scorer, puts it into his own post-off now. All the way around the net. Left it there for Barbashev. Paulkov couldn't handle that pass. It was through his legs and all the way down the ice. Ozhiganov. First man back. They work it near side for Barbashev. Victor Rask for Sweden is number 18. Still looking for his first goal. He has 16 goals playing here for the Calgary Hitmen in the Western League.
What the Swedes need to do is get the play below the circles in the Russian end and play down there.
Here comes Forsberg. Kohlberg along that line with him. 16 and 15. Forsberg and Kohlberg, 2 underagers. This is Koklachev trying to break away. Got a shot through. And Gustafsson stands his ground.
That's exactly the play I'm talking about. Kohlberg's coming up the boards and he throws it into the middle. The Russians are not only waiting for that play, but they're quick to transition. There comes the play. Koklachev is gone. It's a good back check here, and Gustafsson holds his ground there, but You're not going to have success playing against the Russians if you're throwing pucks away like that.
Koklachev is a 17-goal scorer for the Windsor Spitfires. There's a clean face-off win. Sterov, Russia's top-scoring defenseman, got a shot away, but it was blocked. Sumstrom can't get a hold of it. Clayson reorganizes from the back end. Here's Max Freeberg, who has 6 goals for Sweden and a game-winning shot in a shootout victory over the Swiss. Don Klingberg, a draft pick of the Dallas Stars, plays in Finland for Jokerit. Here's a Benajak. He's got a laser of a shot from all sides. He's taken 22 of them coming into action tonight. Tournament leader amongst them in that category. Here's Raquel on a loose puck in the corner on his backhand. Spins away from the pressure, puts it in front, they score! Raquel threw it in front, and was tipped on the way by, and it's 2-1.
And that's a great play by Ricard Raquel along the boards. He doesn't hope for the play in the middle. He spins off, gets the puck to the net, and Zibanejad with a stick down. That's the first one that's eluded Vasilevsky, but a really, really good, strong play along the boards by Ricard Raquel against Gadlov. And that's the play you need if you're the Swedes. Keep the play along the boards, get the puck towards the net. Are they reviewing this one?
I think they are. I'm gonna make sure, but pretty certain this will count. That was a play made, as you pointed out, against the Russian defenseman Isangulov, who is a big, burly, physical, shut-down defenseman. And Raquel shrugs him off.
Yeah, using a little bit of quickness. Looks like it did go off the skate of Zibanejad and not the stick. Looks like it went off his left foot into the net, and we'll see it. A little look at it here if we get his foot. We don't see it there on the overhead. But this one will be interesting.
So now the call becomes, was there a kicking motion? And we couldn't tell there. Huge, huge decision coming up here for the Swedes. And the decision has been made. Zibanejad waits, and the decision is no goal. They have waved it off. What do you think?
Well, you watch him here with this foot. Yeah, it looks distinct, doesn't it?
That does there.
I couldn't tell if he just turned it to redirect it or if he did kick it, but that's a good left footer.
So Zibanejad denied his 4th goal, and it is still a 2-goal lead for the Russians. Really eventful 6.5 minutes it's been. Russia, in case you join us late, scored 2 in the opening 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and back-to-back goals in 7 seconds. Here's Rensfeld. Also plays in the Ontario League. Sarnia Sting, he's out there. Now they got the puck in behind the net. Eric Thorell with it. Tries to find his way in front. He does. Centers it. Nordstrom is robbed. Nordstrom right in front, and Vasilevsky got his pad out.
That's the play. Good, strong play from below the goal line.
Kulikov drops it off for Arzamatsev. Here's Oscar Klefbom. Klefbom, first-round draft pick of the Edmonton Oilers, drops it off for Jonas Brodin. They're having all kinds of trouble just getting into their zone. Back in it goes. Klingberg pressured back by Kosov. And now they turned it over. Barbashev now with the puck in the corner. Rask washing in. He gets away from him. And there in support is Klingberg. John Klingberg skates it right up the middle. He's the defenseman who likes to lug the puck for Sweden, number 9. Plays it to the captain, Larson. Larson charges down the right side and stops up. Saginaw not giving it much room, so they have to ring it around the boards. Waiting for it is Freeberg. Lets it go by. Max Freeberg down to the middle for Larson. Freeberg goes to the net. Poking at it with Vasilevsky. Comes to the point. Greenberg with a drive through traffic. Wide of the mark. Sogea in on Freeberg. Pins him. Larson tries to dig it free. Sent around the boards. Was kept in by Greenberg. Good pushback here by the Swedes in consecutive shifts. 2 or 3 shifts in a row. They've started to get some momentum down to the other end. Lundstrom in on Vasilevsky. Kucherov. Ivan Toligi into the middle. Hops over the stick of Copeland here, who goes in hard against Patrick Nemeth. William Karlsson is number 17 for Sweden. Off the boards for Mika Zibanejad, who now plays in Djurgården of the Swedish Elite League after starting the season 9 games for the Ottawa Senators. Karlsson chips it in. Zibanejad drives after it. Meets the puck against Nesterov, the chance center. Hard around the boards. Kept in. Goldin shoots right on tip. In front by Raquel. Another nice save by Vasilevsky. There's Karlsson. Jonas Goldin, a first rounder of the Minnesota Wild. Raquel looking for that puck in his skates at center ice. Helped out there by Zibanejad. Very quick pace to this game.
And the Russian forwards are using their quickness to really apply pressure on the defense of the Swedes.
Here's Nordstrom, backhand, centers it loose. Puck bodies go crashing into the Russian net. It comes off its moorings. We'll take a breather and come back to this high-octane game between Russia and Sweden. Joakim Nordstrom, a draft pick of the Chicago Blackhawks, came close, Craig.
Yes, and working it from below the net. Thorold comes there, has a little bit of patience, spots him, and heals it a little bit.
But again, Vasilevsky is there. He's 6'3", and he's excellent going post to post. Lundstrom tries to put it towards the net, does. It rolls in there, and he hangs on for the faceoff.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
These two teams met twice at the World Juniors a year ago. Once in the preliminary round. Sweden won 2-0. Anton Lander and Jesper Fast had the goals. Robin Lehner had a 30-save shutout in that one. Then they met again in the semifinal. Russia won 4-3. Sweden led 3-2 with 3.5 minutes to go. Russia ends up winning it in a shootout. Part of their magical run to the gold medal last year in Buffalo. And Sweden, who finished first in the pool and got that bye to the semifinal, finished fourth. There's Nordstrom again with a wrist shot that is tipped up and out of play. So the question now is, how does Sweden respond after giving up the 2 quick ones? And your answer would be, to this point?
Play it below the circles. I mean, I think that they had a scoring chance by Nordstrom. They had the disallowed goal, but that's the right idea. And they got to be a lot quicker coming out of their own zone because the Russian forwards are applying pressure and they're quick to close ice. They're looking for the turnovers. And when they get the turnovers, they can quickly transition.
Yakupov to take the draw against Nordstrom, wins it. Turns around the near side boards. Koplachev looking for Toligi in the middle instead. Here comes Thorold back the other way. Aaron Thorold to the net. Nordstrom picks up the loose puck behind the goal. Here's Rensfeld. Rensfeld leaves it for Nordstrom. Left bomb with a wrist shot finds its way through, and Vasilevsky makes the stop. Jonas Brodin up ahead for Thorold. Thorold in his first World Junior. Supported by Raft. Sharp angle shot. Vasilevsky's there. Here's Nemeth. Thorold's headed to the bench for a line change. Good thing nobody had hopped out early.
And the Russians coming out of their own zone. They get a guy breaking and then they throw the puck there wide. And that backs up the Swedish defense.
There's a tip in front. Loose puck. What a great stop there. Vasilevsky on Philip Forsberg. Here's Kuznetsov. 9 points in his last game. 3 goals, 6 assists. And he's got the puck. circling back. Look at that pass. Gusev reaches back and fans on a shot. In front, Kucherov makes a stab at it. And Gustafsson made the stop. Here's Kolberg, 17-year-old, who's Sweden's leading scorer with 7 points. Here's Klingberg. Klingberg is in. All the way in. Shoots up and over the net. Sweden coming close, but still down by 2.
Well, John Klingberg, he has a tremendous amount of poise and confidence with the puck. And he dances in here, and dance is the key word. And he just can't get it under the bar in too close.
There he is for the point with a wrist shot into traffic, hits the leg and bounces to place in cross-ice pass. Larson got the one-timer away and his stick broke on it. Here's Clayson with a try. Blood. Another stop by Vasilevsky. That time on Sundstrom. And that is offside of the Russian line. Shots are now 9-9 after Russia was out shooting Sweden 7-1.
Yeah, they're even now, but Vasilevsky's made some real strong saves in tight. Those legs, he not only uses them to block the lower part of the net, but he's got great strength to push off, and he's got great quickness in them to flick them out to make the save.
Russia and Sweden faced each other 17 previous times since '93 when Soviet Union had broken up. Both teams have 8 wins, and there's a tie in there. What a great tiebreaker tonight. Here's Zibanejad, right in front, got a second whack at it. Vasilevsky hugging tight to that post, keeps it out. And a penalty call, first of the game. Cross-checking is the call. And Sweden's power play is going to go to work here.
This is an important time. Sergeyev gets on the wrong side of it, but I really like that play by Zibanejad. He gets the puck into the feet of the goaltender, and Valerie Bragan's not going to be happy about this. You don't want to now go on the power, on the penalty kill. There it is. That's just a needless penalty.
So Sweden's power play is ranked number 3 in the tournament. They were struggling last night. They went just 2 for 8. Dropped a little bit. They're facing a team that has yet to allow a power play goal. Only allowed 1 the entire tournament. Rensfeld with a wrist shot. That's kicked out by Vasilevsky. Klingberg back of the line. On his backhand, puts it into the corner. Freeberg's waiting in the slot. Rensfeld turns it over to Teligan, who's going to race away. Short-handed, Ivan Teligan, and scores! Short-handed goal, and it's 3-0 Russia.
The Swedes have gotten themselves into their own problems. Giveaway on the first goal by Klingberg and Rensfeld. The Russians, when you try to go across the ice, they put the pressure on you, and Teligan comes in here and slips it right between the legs of Gustafsson, but this is a breakaway he couldn't have. But this starts with a really poor decision and play by Rensfeld at the offensive blue line. You just can't do that against the Russians. They're waiting for it, and they exploit you, and they make you pay.
We welcome those of you who may have flicked over after Canada's 3-2 victory over Team USA. Zibanejad trying to force his way into the Swedes, who fell behind 2-0 in the opening 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Russia struck twice in 7 seconds. There's a wrist shot into traffic. Vasilevsky makes the save. Brodin with another drive. They just can't find the handle, and they clear it. And you just saw the shorthanded goal there by Ivan Teligan. Sweden regained his balance and started pushing back, but Vasilevsky, who's been the best goaltender in this tournament, not allowing a goal in 2 full games, is standing tall and keeping it out again tonight. And it's been a fast-paced first period.
Dictated by the Russians. They have really applied a lot of pressure against the Swedes, not giving them much time.
There's a chance for Larson. He centers it for Forsberg. Can't get the shot to go on net. Klingberg chops to that pocket, hops over his stick. He's forced back by Zemchenko. Ignat Zemchenko has one of the goals. Yaroslav Kosov the other, and Teligan the short-hander. Offside of the Russian line. Here's another little look at how we arrived at the score now. Just over 5 minutes remaining. This is early. Bad turnover to Niall Yakupov, and then it is in the net. No chance for the netminder there, Gustafsson. And then 7 seconds later, Gustafsson, obviously still rattled, allows that one to Kosov. And then the shorthander right here to Taligan. And this opening period has been a disaster for the Swedes.
2 of the goals, the Swedes have the puck, and shortly thereafter, after bad decisions and a poor plays, it's in their net.
Sweden 0 for 1 now the power play. They registered 2 shots with that man advantage and gave up the shorthander. Thor picking his weight over the line. Wrist shot. Oh, almost snuck in over the glove there of Vasilevsky.
Might be the shakiest we've seen Vasilevsky in this tournament.
He has been razor sharp. Victor Rath. Up to his stick. Gets around Sergeyev. He'll take a shot. Vasilevsky to save. Centering. That's it. Comes back to Clifford. There's the drive. That hit a man in front. That was Boyce Rodeball. Hit him. Another penalty call coming up here.
I think this is going against Sweden, though. Hooking, offensive zone penalty. Looks like by Karlberg. Or maybe it was on the other side. Tripping the ruck. But again, how many offensive zone penalties have we seen by Sweden to this point in the tourney? And you understand effort, but you can't reach in there with your stick like that. And maybe a little bit soft call, but
Russia has the #1 power play in the tournament so far, 55%. Only had 9 power plays, but they've scored on 5. They went 5 for 5 against Latvia after going 0 for 4 in their first 2 games. Those special teams for Russia have been excellent. #1 power play, #1 penalty killing units, and a chance to really, I don't want to say put a lock on it this early, but a 4-goal lead would be pretty tough for the Swedes.
Listen, you know, the power play getting better too, and crisper and stronger and more confident, which is what you want to do, build on it.
So, watching the stare-off all the way, and he's going to take his time. Here comes Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov, who entered this game, tied with a total scoring lead. Here he comes, right in, got the shot away. Gustafsson, who's way deep in his net, makes the save. Novikov puts it across. Starov off the boards and down the ice with over a minute gone now in this Russian power play.
I don't know what Clayson was doing, stepping up there at the blue line with Kuznetsov having a full head of steam. He had no chance to stop him.
Here he comes again, in over the line. That'll set up. Zinchenko will its drive, rebound in front, and Raquel is there to clear it for Sweden. And back they come again. Nikita Gusev, who had 7 points in that game against Latvia. Here's Kucherov. Very dangerous forward for the Russians. Puts it into the corner. Sangulov goes back and forth. Gets the puck back. Winds up, shoots. That is right on. That's stopped by Gustafsson.
Real strong save there by Gustafsson. Out at the top of the crease, finding the puck, getting it out of trouble.
He makes 3 saves on that power play. Russia 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Here comes the captain, Johan Larsson, trying to make a move of the line. He was cut off there by Zinchenko. Back in it goes. This is Naumakov. Naumakov sidesteps that check from Larsson. He's a real bulldog out there. Great leader on the ice. Yakupov was almost in, but he was a step ahead and it is offside. Now, it should be pointed out that Johan Gustafsson is not only having a good season in the Swedish Elite League, talking to people covering this team, he's having an excellent season playing for Luleå. His numbers there are very good. 1.99 goals against, .919 save percentage, 4 shutouts, leads the league. And Roger Rönnberg, the head coach for Sweden, lives in Luleå, sees him play all the time, and he's got the utmost faith and confidence in him. Despite the fact that he has had a very difficult start in the first two games. And Apolkov right in front. They hit the post. Kosov comes close to getting their fourth goal of this period.
If you look at a player that has a killer instinct, it's that man right there, Yaroslav Kosov, who rang it off the post. And nice play by Apolkov getting it across there, but that's not strong on the stick or any type of resistance shown by the Swedish defenders.
Yaroslav Kosov, draft pick of the Florida Panthers, a 5th rounder last summer.
Big and strong and determined.
Plays a real physical game as well. Nothing on the perimeter for that guy. Apolkov going to take this draw against Raquel. This one cleanly by Ricard Raquel. Raquel had 7 shots in Sweden's last game against Slovakia. One of the stronger players for sure, don't you think?
Yes, no question. Strong in those hard areas where you have to consistently play to have success, to try to wear down an opponent.
He almost set up Sweden's first goal. It was reviewed and disallowed after it was determined that Mika Zibanejad kicked it into the Russian net. Over there on the Russian bench, there is Valery Bragin in his 3rd World Junior after winning gold last year and silver in 2005.
We saw a big smile on his face after the 14-0 win. If this continues on for the Russians, that smile on New Year's Eve might even be a little bit bigger.
Forsberg races in there along with Kohlberg. Sebastian Kohlberg and Forsberg, 2 very highly ranked prospects in Sweden for the upcoming 2012 NHL entry draft. Brandberg puts it across to Rask. Brodin is away, gives it up to Philip Forsberg. Forsberg snaps a shot, goes off his own man. Brodin chases it into the corner. Comes free for Nesterov. The final seconds now of the first period that started off like a house on fire for Russia with 2 quick ones. They've added a shorthander. Sweden's got to crawl out of this hole. They can have 40 minutes to do so. But this first period clearly won by the defending gold medalists from Russia. And their netminder still has not allowed a goal. Big crowd in Calgary tonight at the Saddle Dome for this first place showdown. It's 3-0 for the defending champs. We'll be back right after this. The guy who got it all going for Russia in their onslaught of 3 goals, that is Ignat Zemchenko. He scored the first one, Craig, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, you talk about a 4th-line player getting you on the board, a turnover, great play by Yakupov, Zemchenko going to the net, and then right off the face-off, Barbashev flips it over to Kosev, and leaky goal on Gustafsson, and then on the power play, the Russians just waiting, tempting the Swedes to throw it across the middle. They do, and Taliga takes full advantage.
Johan Gustafsson and Sweden have now allowed 11 goals. There's still 2 periods to go here in their preliminary round. You consider last year when they won this group, they allowed 9 goals against in 4 preliminary round games. That's been a big problem for them. And look out, there's another chance early, and Gustafsson has to make an early save. Shots were 15-14 Sweden in that first period. 3-0 on the scoreboard.
Found their way back into the game.
Here's Sundstrom, tries to cut in front. Penalty call coming up against Russia. Sweden about to get a power play here. In the opening minute of the second. Sundstrom all the way around the corner to the line, puts it towards the net. And it's touched up by Apolkov, and Sweden gets the power play. Hooking against Russia.
I think if there's any area that the Swedes can really exploit, it's below the goal line, below the dots of the Russian defense. They're not as quick, and I think that the Swedes have a lot of quickness in their feet to get to the net. And if you use the play down there, you'll draw penalties and get scoring chances.
Sweden is 0 for 1. Russia still has yet to allow a power play goal against. Raquel. Sebastian Kohlberg. He gets a Benedict at the near point. Puck goes all the way around the board for Raquel and puts it back for Sundstrom. Sundstrom in front. Kohlberg had a great opportunity. He fans on the one-timer. it out of his net to help out. Nesterov was coming down that ice hard. Here's Zibanejad. All 3 of his goals have come on the power play. He had one disallowed tonight when it was determined that he kicked it in. After a review of the first. Raquel digging for it against Ivan Toligan was the short-handed goal. He's back out there on this penalty kill. Zibanejad fires it, gets it right back, dishes off, gets it back again, and goes to Freeberg. Max Freeberg, 6 goals for him so far. Back to the line, Backman with a drive, pucks up in the air, swung in there by Raquel, and Vasilevsky's got it.
Raquel didn't get clean wood on that, but if you watch the Russians here, their defense, they're pressuring wherever the puck is. They're going outside the dots. And for the Swedes, they're going to have to be a lot quicker with the puck because they're under duress. We even saw it with Gustafsson having to play the puck. That was because Toligan was chasing hard.
Johan Larsson's been a good face-off man for Sweden, and he fights that one back to the line. Backman gives it up to Rensfeld. His shot is tipped, and Kuznetsov is down at the face-off circle.
And right where it occurred, I think it was an errant stick in the battle for the puck that came up and caught Kuznetsov somewhere in the face area. Valerie Bragin showing a little bit of concern.
And this has got to be of great concern because not in the lineup tonight is Mikhail Grigorenko, and he is holding his right eye. This is off the face-off battle with Larsson. Oh, and his own man, Kucherov's stick gets him.
Looks like it gets up and under the visor.
To finish the story on Grigorenko, he was hurt in the last game as he folded over his left leg after being really rocked in a good, clean, hard body check against Latvia. He's not in the lineup tonight. That's a big hole. He is one of the top scorers in the Quebec Major Junior League, playing for Quebec. And Patrick Waugh, top scoring rookie there. He's got 58 points in 36 games. Not available tonight. You saw him ride the bike before the game, which is a good sign.
Yes, it is.
Rensfeld puts it in front. There's Freeberg, shoots right on. And Vasilevsky had to hit him right in the chest. We'll keep our eyes on Kuznetsov, who's still on the bench. Backman with a wrist shot and is snared by Vasilevsky. So ironically, when Grigorenko went out, Kuznetsov went in on his spot in the line, and that's when he took off.
Yeah, he really did, as well as Gusev with 7 points. And now we see Zeldikov limping off. He was laying on the ice, but he found his way back to his feet here. Kind of looked like he got twisted around on his ankle or his knee.
Kuznetsov remains on the bench, which is good. It appears as though it's one of those things where you get something in your eye and it's just going to take a few minutes for everything to come back.
He looks like he's getting ready to get back out there.
Yep. 21 seconds to go in this Swedish power play. Nordstrom won it back, but it goes all the way down the ice. Left bomb has to hustle after it with Kosov putting on pressure. Here's Nordstrom, turns it back up ice. In over the line, made a nice move on a pull back and then lost his footing. Artematsev steps out of the box. 5 shots for Sweden on that power play. They're out shooting Russia now 20-15 and down by 3.
You watch the Russians, they're even on the attack. They're putting pressure there. They're not sitting back looking to turn and go get the puck. They're forcing the Swedes to make quick decisions, and again, looking for those turnovers.
Henrik Granberg forced through the corner by Koplachev. The Boston Bruins trap hit, forces the turnover. Yakubov shoots. Great save by Gustafsson. With Koplachev looking for a rebound, there was not. That's a good stop.
Yeah, strong save by Gustafsson there.
Boyce Rodobal can't get it deep. Jeremy Boyce Rodobal was a late add to this Swedish team after they lost the services of Pontus Oberg. It was a high-scoring forward for Sweden. He suffered a shoulder injury and headed home. Penalty call coming up here against Sweden. There's Gusev with a blast right on, and Gustafsson makes the stop.
There's no way Roger Ronberg's going to be happy about these types of penalties. There's just no way. second one in the offensive zone, coming across, sticking out the leg. I mean, you know, we talked about tough-mindedness in the pregame. That's not tough-minded. Those aren't the types of penalties that get you anywhere except trouble.
The most penalized team in the tournament, 68 penalty minutes in 3 games coming in, averaging 23 penalty minutes a game. It's still 3-0 coming in. Kuznetsov quickly goes across in front. There's Kucherov in close. Gustafsson makes another stop. You got to give him some credit here. He's bounced back after that very shaky start, and that second goal was not a good one. Third one was a short-handed breakaway by a skilled player. Here's Kuznetsov. He's in around the net. All the way around, banks it off the boards. Sholikov back out on the ice, gives it to Nesterov. Nesterov switches places up high. Kuznetsov's stick breaks as he tried that pass across the ice. Now Gusev has got it. Kuznetsov's going to press it back in position. Here's Gusev back to the line. Nesterov on a drive. Gustafsson got a piece of that, and it goes all the way down. Nesterov has to chase.
Gustafsson has been real strong here. Good saves. He looks confident in the net. He doesn't look unsure of himself. And that's a good sign for Team Sweden. And the Russians are sensing that another one here could be the clincher.
Gusev picks it up on the boards. Back to the line for Nesterov. Here's Evgeny Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov has Yakupov down low. Gusev has got it. Ozhiganov back and forth with Gusev. Ozhiganov's got a goal. Kuznetsov. Ozhiganov. Gusev. 16 seconds to go, the man advantage. Here's Ozhiganov. There's the drive, looking for the tip from Yakupov, and he tipped it just wide. Nesterov in hard against Thorol, and they keep it in. Gusev. Kuznetsov right in front, and getting the stick in the lane there was Nordstrom, preventing a goal. Ozhiganov keeps the pressure on. Here's Gusev with a wrister up and over the net and out of play. Power play is over. They get one shot, and Kuznetsov came oh so close.
They were very dangerous, and again, applying pressure inside the blue line, not giving it up, and then creating the turnover. And Yakupov, what a great play by Nordstrom, getting there at the last minute, because I think Kuznetsov's eyes were starting to light up, and he was thinking about getting his stick raised above his arms to celebrate another goal.
Russia just relieved to have him back out there after taking that errant stick on his own teammates up in the eye. Here comes Sundstrom. Brings it back at even strength. 6 minutes into the second period. 3 goals by Russia in the first. They struck quickly. Nemeth has his hands full, but Sweden back in support, skated out, led by Max Freeberg. Freeberg down the left side, cuts into the middle, stops up, gets it a back, and his shot blocked right in front by Naumakov. There's another shot, loose puck to the side of the net. Naumakov's got that as well. Freeberg's pass off a stick, goes far side. Here's Zibanejad. Back to Frederick Place, and a draft pick of the Ottawa Senators fires it in there. Zibanejad almost squeezes it in short side. Puck goes in behind the net. Raquel, he's on it, leaves it. Zibanejad's parked right in front. Philip Forsberg couldn't get the shot to the net.
And you see Clayson have to back off there.
Here comes Raquel up the middle.
Because of the pressure of the Russian forwards.
Zibanejad on the back check, put it up the board. The only guy there was Kosov, but Cliffbaum was there to help. Gives it up to Mika Zibanejad. There's the shot right on, and Vasilevsky makes the save and hangs on the sharp shooter from Sweden, Mika Zibanejad. There is Andrei Vasilevsky, who has now faced 92 shots in this tournament, and he's made 92 saves.
I don't know where the holes are. He's shut down every type of play and showed no vulnerability.
Here's another save on that quick snapshot by Thorol. Grabs Here's Kuznetsov. Sharp angle shot in high on Gustafsson. He made the stop. Scouts watching with a 2012 draft coming up. They're taking note of Vasilevsky. Another penalty call coming up. This is a hooking call. And now it is going to be Sweden's turn on the power play with Kuznetsov in the box.
Yeah, taking a hooking penalty in the offensive zone, gets on the wrong side of Brodin, and different kind of pressure. Now the Swedes. And watch how the Russians, they're going to really apply pressure. They're not passive in their penalty kill.
Back-to-back power play opportunities here for Sweden. Try to get on the board and get one past Vasilevsky. Backman up high, blast it, had some room to shoot, and it disappeared before he could find it. Played with a high stick, so the face-off's coming outside the blue line, but what a chance for a guy who has not missed much.
He hasn't needed very many chances to capitalize on them. But again, Vasilevsky quick over there and with the blocker and in good position, shutting it down quick.
Freeburg's 6 goals, by the way, coming into this game, were scored on 8 shots. How's that for a shooting percentage?
Tremendous.
And he has been a surprise. He's not really here for his goal-scoring prowess. He just got real hot. He's a good player, dependable player, but not a noted goal scorer back in Sweden. Here's Backman. Freeburg parked right in front. Vasilevsky makes the save, and it's cleared by Arzamatsev. Down the ice it goes for Gustafsson, who leaves it there for Backman.
They're going to have to challenge Vasilevsky in different ways if they're going to get one behind them.
Zibanejad puts the backhander to open ice. He goes over to help Raquel. Colburn has to battle to keep that in and cannot. Brodin to Sundstrom. Sundstrom down low. Here's Zibanejad in front. They didn't get a good shot away, but Vasilevsky's there anyway, and he hangs on.
You know, when you're going to the net hard like Zibanejad and Raquel are going to the net there, you know, it's easy to say sometimes stop at the net, but Raquel's going hard looking for the pass across, and it gets a little bit deflected, and he's a right-hand shot. He could stop there if he could find a way even just to delay a little bit. He might have a tap in.
Won the face-off, but Kulikov very aggressive. Boy, you can see why Russia's penalty killing is not allowed a power play goal. They are aggressive all over the ice. Up and down the ice on the penalty kill.
Exactly.
37 seconds remain in this power play for Sweden, their third. Brodin over the line, dumps it off for Zibanejad. Zibanejad out of the corner, gives it up and hits for the front of the net. Back to the line, it goes to Brodin. Brodin, Zibanejad shoots well wide. That's his shot. That's where he wants it. That one missed by a lot. Colburn. He dances into the middle and then lost control of it. And away they come. Teams back at even strength, and it's a 2-on-1. Russia back in. Kulikov can't get a shot away. That is broken up very nicely by the back checking of Zibanejad.
That was a great effort at the end of a shift as well by Zibanejad.
Now around the edge, here's Raquel with a wraparound. And it goes right to Kuznetsov. Here's Backman, Detroit's Red Wing draft pick. Here's Kuznetsov, moves in, shoots, and Gustafsson makes that stop. Kuznetsov right in the slot. The second leading scorer on his KHL team in Chelyabinsk. He's a big star in what is a real hockey city in Russia.
Been a big star here, emerging as another big star for the second consecutive World Junior Tournament. That's a good save by Gustafsson again.
Yakupov still looking for his first goal is Niall Yakupov. In his first World Junior, he's got 21 of them. And Sarnia for a 101-point season last year as a rookie, setting a league record, breaking the one that was previously held by Steven Stamkos, also of Sarnia.
Bad company to be in.
Ozhiganov steps up, lays a body. Rolls back into the Russian zone, past the midway mark, down to the second period. No goals here in the middle frame. Saligin, the last goal scorer, drops it off for Yakupov. His pass in the middle is turned over and turned back the other way to Forsberg. Forsberg in, tries a slick little move, almost got it back. Following up is Freeberg. Larson joins. Off the boards it goes to Gusev, and he just shovels it up. Koklachek. Far side for Gusev. Overskates the puck. Klefbom's given a bump, and that is offside at the Sweden line. Or we have we got a too many men call coming up here.
The puck ended up in front of the bench, and guys trying to change, and that's usually what happens. Players aren't sure about getting off, and other guys are trying to get on quick. And there's 6 guys, no question. There might have even been 7. Yes, there was 7.
That's not even close. Ozhiganov scrambling to get to that bench.
And for the Swedes now on their power play, you know, we've talked about the Russians putting pressure on. One of the things when you have a set power play and you're looking only to have a set power play, you're vulnerable to the pressure. I think the Swedes have to be a little bit more creative and a little bit less structured if they're going to have success against this very, very attacking Russian penalty kill.
Which is now 15 for 15 in the tournament. And counting. Third straight power play opportunity for Sweden in this period. Opportunity is knocking for them. There's Sundstrom, puts it right across the front of the goal mouth. Raquel was just a step late. Jonas Brodin, wrist shot, that is tipped wide. Jonas Brodin, another wrister, high, wide of the mark. Ill-advised shot as it's going to end up down the ice.
You talk about goaltenders making saves. Vasilevsky right there, reading the play, alert, and deflects the pass across intended for the Swedish player. That's a strong play by Vasilevsky to negate a potential scoring chance. There's Mika Zibanejad, and certainly no lack of determination. We saw it on a great back check on the last power play to break up a scoring chance.
Son of an Iranian father, a Finnish mother, living in Sweden, playing for the national team, speaks 4 different languages. And will be coming to the NHL soon.
Speaks the language of winning in there.
There's a loose puck in front. How about the other Swede for Ottawa last night, getting his 400th goal in overtime. A great moment there for Daniel Alfredsson.
One of the great Swedes in the NHL, and a class act on the ice, a class act off the ice. And you know, I was talking to Michael Renberg, you know, the Legion of Doom. He wasn't able to go and play in the Winter Classic alumni game because he's here doing television and really enjoying it. And that generation of players, real trailblazers.
The assist on that goal by Alfredsson last night went to Erik Karlsson, who played in this tournament a couple of years ago, was excellent for Sweden. Freeberg, knocked to the sideboards, puts it back to the line, and they are not in sync on this power play.
No, not at all. And again, when you're not in sync, you better be ready. Philip Forsberg, a top prospect for the 2012 draft, and you know, not having a offensive success on the score sheet, but his coach thinks that he's capable of being a good player here, and he's expecting more from him. No excuses for a young player.
A lot of eyes on both Forsberg and Kohlberg. 6 first-round picks for Sweden in the 2011 draft. 3 of them very high. 26 seconds to go, the man advantage. Cole is parked right in front. Oh, that hops over the stick there of Klefbom, who's got a hustle. Kucherov's putting the pressure on. This power play has not been effective, to say the least, for the Swedes. Klefbom right up the ice, puts it right on net, and Vasilevsky, the way he's playing, is going to stop that one every time.
Yes, he is. And you know, he's almost played 140, 160 minutes of this tournament now, Vasilevsky. And when you talk about standing tall, not showing any vulnerability, he has done all of that. And he's 17 years old. cool, calm, poised, strong.
Vasilevsky made 38 saves in a 6-4 win over Canada in a bronze medal game for the under-18 last spring. Zaligan is wiped out behind the play. He was very good, was Vasilevsky, in that tournament. In that particular game, Yakupov and Kucherov were all over Team Canada in Germany. Off the boards and out to center ice. Nemeth is there. 6 minutes to go in this scoreless second period. That's a 28-20 Sweden. Thanks in large part to 3 power plays, but nobody has scored on Vasilevsky yet. Here comes Rickard Rakell. Into the line. Rakell with a hard wrist shot. Vasilevsky another save. Loose puck in behind the net. Dug free by Forsberg. Puts it far side for Backman. Winds, shoots, hit. Rakell and Forsberg go after it. Forsberg trying to make a strong move to the net. Lost control of it. And Apolkov takes over from there. Apolkov finds the late man. Barbashev. Wrister well wide. Back in by Russia. Forsberg tips it right to Arzamatsev. Barbashev down low and looking to go high was Kosov. Here's Sergeyev. His blast. Karam's off the inboards. Apolkov picks it up. Russia's buzzing. Rakell breaks it up and outlets to Forsberg goes to the end of a shift. Here comes the Zibanejad. Going on a force puck against the Arzamatsev. He pushed it up the boards. Volkov must have some heavy legs by now. He's turned it over a couple of times. He heads to the bench.
The quickness of the Russian forwards and the defense to read off of that quickness when there's a chance to get the puck has been terrific in this game. They're not taking a back seat at all.
4:23 to go in the second period. It is 3-0 for Vasilevsky and Russia. Well, it is now officially 2012 in the Maritimes, Craig. So we say Happy New Year to those of you watching in the Maritime provinces tonight. Dave Randorf and Craig Button here in Calgary for this first place showdown in Group A between Russia and Sweden. Goal. On the net against Nesterov. Tries to force his way in front. Centers it. Gets by everybody but kept in by Klefbom. Klefbom again. Keeps that puck in. Rensfeld being watched there by Sheldakov. It comes free for Gusev. He chips it off the boards and it goes up.
Another thing about the Russians too, in their own zone, when they do get pressure, they just flip the puck out and then get skating and applying pressure up ice in the neutral zone or even in the Swedish defensive zone.
And that goes into the Russian bench for the stoppage in play.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Sweden has actually won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two of the World Juniors. Lone loss coming last year in a semifinal, a painful one for Sweden. 4th place finish stopped a string of 3 straight years with the medal. Boyce Rodaball was hammered along the near boards. Slow to get up, but he's there. Here's Kulikov. He takes a shot short side. Gustafsson makes the save on the near post.
Real strong in his positioning there.
Carlson. He gets it away to Kohlberg. Is dancing his way in on his backhand. Couldn't get a shot away, but he's drawn a penalty nonetheless. It's going to be a slash, and that is 4 straight calls against Russia.
And what you like about Kohlberg there is his holding off the man, getting his body and going to the middle of the ice where he'll be dangerous, where the Russians have to think about taking a penalty. Good hands, good strength on the puck, trying to find a way to maneuver it into better scoring position. And you know, with 2:59 left in the second period, they say that the Swedes need to get on the board, and what an opportunity. It's right here, right now.
Starting with this draw, which is won by the Russians and sent down the ice.
Number 6, Mikhail Novikov, 2 minutes for slashing.
Fifth power play of the game for the Swedes. Backman. Ludwig Rinsfeld. Rinsfeld, the Blackhawk draft pick. Here's Backman to the captain, Larson. Larson to Backman. Philip Forsberg. He was pressured there by Sergeyev. Goes off his skates and just outside the line. Soft plays like that are not going to get it done right now.
Kosov right there makes a good play.
Here comes Larson. Gains the zone. Curls back. Puts it into the middle. Rinsfeld with a shot. Rebound. And Vasilevsky's got that too. Two great chances for Ludwig Rinsfeld. Nothing getting past Vasilevsky.
You talk about reading the play and reacting and getting into position. Watch Andrei Vasilevsky here, right out to the top of the crease, resets, moves over, shuts it down. That makes it 100 for 100 shots and saves.
30th shot of the night tonight for Sweden. Remarkable performance by Vasilevsky, and it should be pointed out too that the backup's not bad either. Andrei Makarov played well in his lone start, making 31 saves and a 3-1 win over Slovakia. He plays for Saskatoon in the Western League, but right now the job going forward belongs to that guy.
Yeah, he's not ready to give up the net. Brodin, I know he's trying to get the puck to the net, but you got to make a better play than that if you want to get one behind Vasilevsky.
Here's Brodin again, a wrister, tipped high on its way by. Centering attempt comes right to the Russians and to Ligon. He's got the short-handed goal tonight. Just flips it in there. Gustafsson leaves it behind the net. 48 seconds to go in the power play. Under 2 minutes to play in the period. Zibanejad goes to the front of the net. Now he peels off into the corner. And he escapes as he tries to kick it forward. He does, and it's taken over by the Russian captain. Kuznetsov picking his way in. Nothing doing there, but he takes some more time off the clock. And this Russian penalty. Here comes Kohlberg, who plays in the Swedish League for Frölunda. Also plays for their junior team this season as well. And for a 17-year-old, Raquel along the boards, tries to come out of the corner. Gets the puck back. Now McCollum steps out of the box. 3 shots on that latest power play, and they're now 0 for 5. Final minute out of this period. Kuznetsov, he's in, and the puck just kept rolling towards Gustafsson and rolled past the far post.
Kuznetsov might be able to corral it in tight there.
Here's Raquel. He pushes it forward. Thoro misses his check and comes up the boards. Carlson gets it back down low for Thoro. Thoro. Nordstrom took a swipe at it and missed. Kuznetsov near side for open ice for Kulikov. With not much time left in his period, Russia's peeled back a little bit. Thoro, one last rush for the Swedes. Gives it up to Nordstrom. His shot, loose puck. Carlson got a shot away. Vasilevsky got a piece. And time is going to wind down on Sweden here in this second period. They've had their chances. Lots of power play time, lots of shots, 32 of them all told. And this guy's had the answer for every one of them. The defending gold medalist looking to wrap up top spot and a bye to a semifinal. Up by 3 here in Calgary. There is Johan Gustafsson, whose team is still trailing by 3. All the 3 goals against him came in the first period. Both goals were good in the second.
Yes, they were. Gustafsson had to be sharp to keep this at a 3-goal deficit. A couple of really good in-close shots by the Russians, and really reading the play and being alert. And talking about being ready and being alert and shutting the door, Andrei Vasilevsky hasn't been vulnerable or a puck behind him other than the kick goal that was disallowed by Zibanejad. Just tremendous goaltending by Andrei Vasilevsky in his first World Junior as a 17-year-old.
102 saves and counting. By the way, the tournament record for most shutouts in one championship, that's 3. Held by one guy, 2006 Justin Pogge for Team Canada.
Hustle performance in Vancouver leading them to gold.
Sweden right back on the attack. Time is ticking away on them. They get it back to the line. Klefbom's wrist shot tipped in front. Actually hit a Polkov, and it goes to Sundstrom. Russia's collapsed here. There's a blocker saved by Vasilevsky. Here's Brodin. His wrist shot misses on the far side, up high, and it's sent down the ice. Sweden has won 19 straight preliminary round games of the World Juniors, Craig. Their last loss came New Year's Eve, 2006, in overtime against the U.S. That was in Vancouver. Jack Johnson of the game-winning goal there. So it's been a long time since they have not finished first in their group. They've finished first 4 consecutive years.
If they want this streak to continue, they have their work cut out here in the last period. As the Russians are showing no signs of giving an inch to the Swedes, so the Swedes got to pressure a lot better.
Sends around the boards. Sweden keeps the pressure on down to this end of the ice. Sabinajad down low. Raquel meets the puck. Yakupov in against him. Raquel gets it free, flips it up in the air. Forsberg couldn't get a shot away. Here's a Polkov on his backhand. Splits it up to center ice, and Granberg's going to put it right back in there. Header Granberg. Sergeyev buried him and squirts free out in front of the net, but Vasilevsky was ready for that. Everybody chopping away that puck. Finally comes free for Teligin, who's got Yakupov wide open, and that pass was in front of him. Tried to get into Koklchev, and that didn't click either. Oh, Yakupov was all alone.
A little bit in front of him.
Here's Rensfeld. He tries to center. That goes off the side of the net, and Teligin picks it up on the move. At the center ice, Koklchev is given a bump there by Thoro, and Backman starts from his own end. Red Wings 5th rounder flicks it in there. Off the boards, the stare off his back there. Up near side, Backman pins it, puts a shot in on goal. It's deflected over top of the net. Here's Colburn. Sebastian Colburn tries a shot. That's well wide. Boyce Rodeball pinches along the boards, and they keep it in. Kucherov fights to get it out. Russia's barely been down to this end to start this third period, which is 2.5 minutes in. Got a 3-goal lead, and they are playing so smart with it, aren't they?
Very smart. Just baiting the Swedes. If you want to be risky, we're ready to oblige and see if we can take advantage of your miscues. Again.
Oh, did they ever in the first period? Here's Larson now on the loose puck. Larson pinned along the side boards and rolls into the corner. Now McCobb. Pressure there by Freeberg. Larson goes across. This is Klefbom. Shoots! Scores! And Sweden is on the board. And finally, Vasilevsky has been beaten.
From about 55 feet, and the Russian player sliding, trying to block the shot, but what a great pass across the ice. And Klefbom unloads, and with the Swedish player moving in front of the net, you wonder the sliding player if Vasilevsky just wasn't able to pick it up. When you've given up 1 goal on 104 shots, sometimes you look for every reason why he didn't stop it.
Klefbom took the shot. I was wondering whether or not it was tipped on the way by, but it looks as though it will go to Oscar Klefbom. And here they come again. Sabinajad misfired on a great chance and a great look down the right side. Here's Granberg now into the middle. Wrister, that is tipped down and wide. Nemeth with a drive. Good kick save. As one stick of Colburn's goes flying in the air after another kick stop by Vasilevsky. Barbashev Kosov takes over his shot. We're waiting for the official announcement on who got that goal. Obviously, it was Klefbom who took the shot, but how about that, Craig? It took 105 shots to beat this guy.
Yeah, it's so impressive what he has done from the start of this tournament till right now. But I give the Swedes a lot of credit right now for trying to change it up a little bit. They had players going in front of them, trying to force them to pick up the puck through traffic, through players skating in front of him. Give him more than just a shot to think about. When he has clean looks, you're not going to beat him.
The league is and deep in misfires. Klefbom does get the goal, so that is Sweden's first goal from a defenseman in this tournament. Koklachev centers it. Russia came in with 5 goals for Blue Liners. Sweden finally gets one from the back end, and it's a big one, to say the least. 2-goal game now. Lots of time left. Nordstrom in traffic, can't get a shot away. We have some fireworks set for New Year's Eve here in Calgary. Yakupov flips it towards the net. Gustafsson confidently plays it to Thoro. And the elbow goes to Backman. Backman spotted Carlson walking in, but Kuznetsov intercepted that. Carlson stays on the Russian captain, and they've got it. Here's Forsberg, winds and had his pocket picked from behind there by Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov, the Tampa Bay pick. He's a points machine when he gets it going, when he gets it cranked up.
And you see Forsberg there. One of the things, young players, things happen a lot quicker, not only in the NHL, but at this level. Forsberg will learn from that.
Forsberg turns that one over. Nesterov, Gusev walks in, shoots, rebound, puck goes up in the air, and Gustafsson's got it.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Johan Gustafsson began this game under siege with bad stats and shaky confidence. 2 quick goals in the first 2 minutes and 16 seconds. But since then, the only one that beat him was a short-handed breakaway by Ivan Teligin. He's given his team a chance all of a sudden. That faith that Ronberg has showed in that netminder might just be paying off here. Ronberg never wavered talking to you and I, yesterday or today, despite the fact his starting netminder had a save percentage of .825.
Even what he did with him yesterday, put him up in the booth with the goaltending coach and video guy.
Here's Larson, takes a wrister, well wide of the mark. Larson draws the assist on the goal by Klefbom, and now we've got a penalty call. We'll tell you about that when we come back. It's boarding call against Russia to Yakupov. Well, the plot thickens as Russia takes another penalty. 4th straight power play for Sweden here, Craig.
And a collision there. They call that boarding on Yakupov. But Nemeth turned, and that's what they're calling these days.
Sweden has 35 shots in the game. 15 of them have come with a man advantage. This is their 6th opportunity. They're 0 for 5. And up the ice comes Mika Zibanejad. Tripped up there slightly by Kosov. Brodin leads it for Zibanejad. Zibanejad almost turned it over there to Apolkov. Here's Raquel. Raquel's shot goes way up and out of play. Mika Zibanejad, 3 goals in the tournament, all on the power play.
He had a great scoring opportunity in all alone, and it looked like his blade was waffling there, and he couldn't really get a good shot off. Because when he gets in those areas, not getting a good shot off happens rarely for him.
Had kind of a slow start with Djurgården overall as he joined them late after starting the season in the National Hockey League. And Djurgården's kind of a middle-of-the-pack team to begin with in Stockholm. There aren't too many concerns about him and his development.
It's a good league, the Swedish Elite League, and sometimes, you know, you come back to it, and not that he would underestimate it, but you sometimes think that you're going to perhaps be a little bit more prolific.
Here's Larson trying to work his way up through the middle, in on the loose puck. Arzamatsev let it get away. Carlson gets it back for Backman. Here's Carlson again. Back and forth with Backman. Freeberg is in front. There's a shot right on, loose puck, and it's cleared to the side boards. Carlson on it. Has it taken away there by Zinchenko, and Arzamatsev does the rest. 40 seconds to go, the man advantage.
And another example of the Sweden pressure right up there to the blue line. First the forward, and then the defenseman right on top of the Swedes, not giving them any time.
What kind of play is that right there? That'll cost you a little precious time. And puck is played with a high stick and blown down. 22 seconds to go in this most recent man advantage.
Sebastian Kohlberg, another 17-year-old player on this team. You know, pretty impressive debut at the World Junior Tournament. Like Forsberg, Roger Romberg thinks that he's played well, but there's more there. And I think that that says a lot about those two young men, that his coach isn't just satisfied with them, you know, playing okay. He's going to challenge them to give them more. You're part of a team. They're here to win.
One of the things that scouts say about Kohlberg is he's got a great shot, great release, and you and I have seen it.
That's not accidental. He's got 7 points in this tournament.
Came in with the team lead in scoring. Just ahead of the scoring sensation, Max Freeberg. One shot on that power play, which is now over. Yakupov steps out of the box. Team's back at even strength. Just under 12 minutes to go. Sweden has scored once here. Cut it to 2. Rensfeld picks his way in, and that is up and out of play.
Ludwig Rensfeld, the unfortunate giver of that pass that led to the third Russian goal, shorthanded, but a big, strong player, plays in Sarnia with Yakupov, trying to find his way and get acclimated to the North American game. Blackhawks are happy with him playing over here, learning how to play the North American game.
Got some extra time as well when Yakupov got hurt and the Kenya season ended in Sarnia. Pusher up the boards, waiting for it is Freeberg. And Nemeth at center ice. Patrick Nemeth skates it in. He is pressured there by Polkov. Flipped over there for Kotsov. Granberg spun around. Nesterov just puts it down. I think Russia's sitting on this lead here, like sitting on it.
They've been pressuring, and they're pressuring now.
Freeberg winds his way in all the way around the net. Centers it. Backman shoots. Has blocked in front. Freeberg with a shot that misses up high. Larson bumped by Nesterov, but he's hard to knock off the puck. Gets it to Sundstrom. Sundstrom, penalty call coming up again to Russia, and Larson is down. There's a shot. Great stop by Vasilevsky. Sweden buzzing. Larson still down. With the skate around him. Sundstrom. Can't believe they've blown the whistle yet. There's a shot. Freeberg arches back up on his feet. Extra attacker is on him. His delayed penalty call, and Sweden is buzzing. All the way around the edge. Raquel takes a shot. Into the corner goes Backman. Larson. Freeberg centers it for Raquel, and he just missed. Backman into the slot. Freeberg trying to pick the top corner. Almost got it. Finally, it's touched by Russia. High stick, as Larson was very slow to get up.
They held the puck so long that Larson was able to heel during that time, but certainly the stick comes up there by Nesterov. But the Swedes, you asked me earlier if you thought the Russians were sitting back. I think the Swedes deserve some credit here. They're pressuring, they're playing the game below the dots, below the goal line. They're playing with a lot of hunger. And that first goal, I think, gave them a little bit of life. More than a little bit.
Brodin with a blast, tipped wide on its way past. Sergeyev chops it up the boards. Kucherov clears it. They're shooting Russia badly here, 38-23. And I would agree, this is a Swedish team that bounced back after a terrible start to this game. Kohlberg. Sergeyev backs away from him. Raquel on the loose puck being watched by Kuznetsov. Down Comes free for Kohlberg. Brodin manages to keep that in. Steps in, shoots right on. Vasilevsky makes the stop. Zibanejad. Brodin. Another stiff break for the third one tonight. In front. Kohlberg puts it back for Sexton into the corner for Zibanejad. Mika Zibanejad looking for a lane. Gets it down low. Shoots and they just miss. Into the corner it goes. Backman. Here's the ball. Zibanejad with a rocket right on. And Vasilevsky came across and made the stop on a laser from Mika Zibanejad.
It was a laser. And you want to know how good Andrei Vasilevsky is? This is an NHL player with an NHL shot right across in perfect position, reading the play, following it beautifully, and shutting it right down. That's a key save in this game at this moment for Andrei Vasilevsky against the sharpshooters of Zibanejad.
55 seconds to go on a power play that has had a ton of pressure. Face-off win, shot by Forsberg. Vasilevsky, his 42nd save of the night. He had 40 saves against Switzerland, another 30 saves and another shutouts against Latvia. And again, we can't understate. Here's Freeberg. Freeberg gets it free. They hit the post. Philip Forsberg hits the post. Backman. Carlson down low. Freeberg's in front. Here's Backman over across. And that one's going to go up in the air and play his whistle down. Face-off stays inside.
This is really good, sharp puck movement by Team Sweden. Freeberg finds Forsberg, and Vasilevsky has to respect the shot of Freeberg there, and Freeberg gets it over quickly to Forsberg, and the inside of the post, not even the dead-on post.
Kapalkov pushes that right to the point. Backman's drive. Vasilevsky just got a piece of that redirected puck. Comes free again. There's Backman towards the net. Blocked in front of him by Kosar. Now Makov along the boards. Here's Larson. Larson all tangled up. Very well by Sheldakov.
Applying the pressure there.
4 seconds to go. The power play is now over. Nesterov's out of the box. What a power play it was. 4 shots by Sweden. All kinds of pressure. But it's still 3-1 thanks to Vasilevsky. 20 shots total on the power play tonight, Craig.
And a good chance that didn't count as a shot. The Forsberg went off the post.
Raquel, he walks in, shoots, and he scores! It trickles in short side, and we have got a game.
Well, he puts the shot there. I think it goes off with a Russian player at the side of the net, and obviously catches Vasilevsky, who I think thought that the puck was free and clear. Just get the puck to the net here, and then it hits the Starov, or excuse me, number 24, Arzamatsav, right off of here, right off the skate. He gets it off the stick and off the pad. That's just a bad break for Vasilevsky. Off the stick of Arzamatsav.
And now Russia has called a timeout, and I'm going to suggest to you that Russia has been caught sitting on a lead here. Yes, there's been power play time, but you can see in the neutral zone they've been sitting back, and Sweden's momentum has gotten stronger and stronger really from the second period.
And the combination of those two things, right? Sitting back, not applying the pressure that they were applying earlier, and then, as you pointed out, the Swedes really coming and right now they feel they have every opportunity to get the third one in here.
Andrei Vasilevsky had not allowed a goal in 8 periods. They've got 2 on him here in the third of a winner-take-all round-robin game for a bye to the semifinal. The loser has to play the quarters on Monday. The winner goes straight to the semi and doesn't have to play until Tuesday. Here's Nordstrom with a shot loose. Puck going in there is Nemeth to poke at it. And Kuznetsov gets it to center ice for Gusev. Gusev to Evgeny Kuznetsov. In over the line. Here's the captain. Dancing his way around. Kuznetsov still with a puck. On his back into the corner. Moves in. Shoots right on. Kucherov is there, but the loose puck is gathered up by Nordstrom. He's dangerous, huh? Kuznetsov, he just kind of slithers in like a snake.
He does.
With a dangerous bite. That's what he was doing the other night when he racked up 9 points. Doing the look-off passes and burying shots from the sharp angles. And tell you what, we got a New Year's Eve Classic going on here in Calgary. 6:47 to go. It's the pressure cooker now in Calgary. We'd like to say Happy New Year officially to those of you watching in Ontario and Quebec, where it's now 2012. Here's Brodin with a drive. Wide of the mark off of the enforce. Would be quite the New Year's celebration for one of these two teams, because whoever wins this one has earned it. Hands up Sundstrom, puck rolls in and around the boards and back out to center ice. Brodin's in trouble. Yakupov followed up by Kovachev, but Yakupov was in ahead of the play, so it's offside. Tonight's game story is brought to you by Molson Canadian. Here's to the game this land gave us. Proud sponsor of Hockey Canada. Vasilevsky's been great. They've gotten 2 on him here in the third period, but he's been outstanding. The Swedes got off to a horrific start, allowing 2 goals in the opening 2:16. Including 2 goals 7 seconds apart. Since then, just the one shorthander for Russia, and right now, that's the go-ahead goal. Scored in the first period by Ivan Toliga. Zibanejad bouncing, puck got away from him. 6 minutes to go. There's a puck off, in over the line. He's got some help. There's a rich shot right on loose puck. And Zibanejad, as he's been doing all night long, into the back check, clears it aside. Here comes Forsberg. From the left, trying to cut into the middle, lost the puck. Nordstrom now. He circles back. Back inside his own line is Granberg. Near side for Nemeth. Nemeth in for Westbound. What a stop by Vasilevsky on Nordstrom. And that's what he's been doing.
Yes. You watch Vasilevsky here. You talk about reading the play and then getting there quick. This is the key to great goaltending. Sees the play, moves perfectly over. Not flopping, not guessing. Push. Deflects it out of harm's way. Tremendous goaltending by Andrei Vasilevsky.
46 shots now for Sweden, 25 for Russia. There's a shot right on. Larson in front. Freeberg can't find it. In the early stages of this game, Russia outshot Sweden 7-1. Which tells you how they've turned it around and regained their balance since. Larson on a little give-and-go opportunity. They couldn't complete it. Kuznetsov. No question about it. Russia is on the ropes. Here's Kucherov trying to take that Hail Mary pass, but it is offside. Or icing, and it's coming all the way back down.
Again, another face-off you have to have in your own zone. Valery Brogdon, he's coaching now. He's saying, we had a 3-0 lead. We had this game under control. This is not how you want to finish a game. Roger Romberg said he wanted to see his team kill it. They've shown no falling back in this one, despite having an early 3-0 deficit.
They've had a killer instinct. Well, they could have crumbled under that start. Down 3-0 in front of this big crowd. 16,000 plus at the Saddledome tonight on New Year's Eve. Fans here in Calgary getting the treat. They got all the big games next week, quarterfinals and middle rounds, and this dandy between Russia and Sweden for first place. Look out, here comes Yakupov. Yakupov centers it. Clayson, his man tied up. Puck is loose on the side of the net. Gustafson's over there, and the puck stays alive. Russia coming close, and they're still down there. Toligin's up there, so's Kovachev, and he's taking a penalty.
Wow, to to take a penalty in the offensive zone. Just over 4 minutes left in the third period. After a great scoring chance set up by Yakupov, but he get on the wrong side. He lost the battle, and then he sticks his stick in there. Hooking, and the way the Swedes have been pushing at the Russians here in the third period, especially on the power play, they're dangerous right now. Valerie Broggen, he knows it.
How many times can they go to the well with their penalty killing? Sweden is 0 for 7. Russia has not allowed a power play goal yet. This is another big kill in the late stages of this one-goal game. Backman shoots right on. Vasilevsky makes the stop. Carlson gets it free. Freeberg rolls off his stick. Larson is in there too. Freeberg on the loose puck gets it to Carlson. Carlson to Backman. Backman's wrister. Larson providing the screen, and Vasilevsky makes the save.
There's Backman really playing strong at the point on the power play, showing poise, getting the puck to the net. We haven't seen John Klingberg out here, and I think that's the risk in his game right now. Roger Romberg doesn't feel confident having him out there. Backman's filled the void nicely. 4 forwards out there as well.
Comes back for Backman. He gets it to Carlson into the corner. He pushes it in there for the captain, Larson. Kuznetsov puts it up the boards. Backman moves into the middle, creates a little room here. They've got Freeberg parked right in front. This is Philip Forsberg. Forsberg across, Carlson with a shot. Vasilevsky, another beauty. Wow, he's good tonight. 50 shots now for Sweden. 48 saves and counting for Vasilevsky. And he's going to have to make a couple more. Carlson carrying it in. Kuznetsov sends to the length of the ice with 1 minute gone in this Swedish power play.
50 shots. What a performance by Andrei Vasilevsky to this point.
24 of those shots coming with the man advantage. Colbert trying to dig it free. Zibanejad's out there as well. On the opposite side, just waiting. Here's Brodin. Zibanejad fires that puck in around the boards. It goes. Colbert pins it. Sundstrom helps out. Colbert couldn't contain it, and it's sent down by Taligan. 19 seconds to go in the man advantage. 2:22 on the clock. Sundstrom winds up, fires a shot right into the shins of Sergeyev. It comes free along the sideboards, and Nordstrom gets it to the line for Clayson. Clayson wrister. Sergeyev knocks it down. Kuznetsov gets it out. Power play is over. Sweden now 0 for 8 with the man advantage. Thor tries to carry in. Under 2 minutes to go. And look out! Here comes Kuznetsov in alone! Stopped by Gustafsson! Outstanding!
Right there was the game on Kuznetsov's stick. The most dangerous player on the Russians. And what an unbelievable save by Gustafsson. And he's made a number of to keep it to 3 for the Russians. Playing big, getting that leg out there. Now you know why Roger Romberg had confidence in Gustafsson.
This game's being shown live in Sweden and in Russia as well. It was 4 a.m. when this game started in Sweden. It was 7 a.m. Well, in Moscow. There's several time zones there, but people in Canada, Sweden, and Russia watching a dandy tonight. 1:42 remaining in it. And it's still alive thanks to Johan Gustafsson. Minnesota Wild pick, 6th round pick, 159th overall in 2010. And this guy, he was unstoppable the other night. And you can say what you want about the opponent, Latvia. You and I saw it. He was excellent. And we got a goaltender change here. Gustafsson may have tweaked something here. He was over by the bench, and now he's going over the boards. And Forsberg's coming in.
Just one of those goalie timeouts?
I think so. Here's a Polkov with a drive. And Freeberg skates it up the left side. Freeberg stops up, shoots right on. Vasilevsky makes the save. Now Forsberg's headed back to the bench for the extra attacker, which is coming on right now with 1:17 to go. Empty net down to the other end. Oddly inboards. Here's Larson. Larson in the corner, puts it back for Brodin. Brodin to the opposite point. Trap bomb of the drive. That hits a body in front. Freeberg digs it out of the corner. Centering pass, knocked down. Brodin lost his footing. And play is whistled down due to a hand pass.
That's a big break for the Swedes.
Is it ever? There were 3 Russians all around that puck.
One of those cross-ice passes again in the offensive zone. The Russians are just closing that area off, and they've got great sticks and the ability to knock the puck down. Big break for the Swedes.
55.8 seconds remain in the third period. Officials want Larson to get back out on the ice. Raquel in to take this draw against Kuznetsov. And it goes into the corner. Kuznetsov hit after the loose puck. Wins it, sends it down the ice. Icing. 48.6 remaining.
Another face-off with Kuznetsov, who started on the wing before the injury to Grigorenko, showing not only versatility, playing in the middle of the ice, but these are key face-offs. And he's strong.
Push to the sideboards. Kuznetsov's got it again, but this time he can't get it up the boards, and Nordstrom puts it back for Brodin. His shot, they score! Jonas Brodin with a shot, tipped in front. Tie game.
No quit in the Swedes whatsoever, and after the Russians controlled the face-off and Kuznetsov tries to get it up the boards, Brodin, tremendous vision, tremendous poise, gets it to the net, and converging there is Max Freeberg. He might have got it in the high slot tip, but nonetheless a redirect. Roger Ronberg, that is a feeling of not only joy, but I think a sense of pride that after falling behind 3-0, that his team has got guts.
And Max Freeberg has his 7th goal of the tournament. They've come all the way back. It took him a while. Zibanejad fires one. There's still time left here. Put it back towards the net. Vasilevsky, who's now been beaten 3 times here in this third period. All tied up. Here's Zibanejad with a drive off the stick of Arzamantsev and out of play.
The Swedes coming, combined with the Russians sitting back a little bit. Max Freeberg, the hot hand, the magic stick. Well, Valery Brogdon was on the other side of a 3-0 lead going into the third period last year in the gold medal game against Canada. So now he knows what it feels like to have the tables turned on him, surrendering a 3-goal lead in the third period, and the outcome still in doubt.
They can still settle this one here in regulation. It doesn't matter what happens. Whoever wins this game finishes first, whether they win in overtime or shootout or regulation. Here's Taligan. Taligan into the line, trying to get it to Kuznetsov, and he almost got a hold of that thing. Into the corner it goes. Time runs out, and we are going to overtime to settle this one between a couple of heavyweights here in Calgary. They want gold medals, and these two look like solid gold medal contenders here tonight, going toe to toe.
Max Freeberg tying the game up, but it does not happen unless Johan Gustafsson comes up large on that breakaway against Evgeny Kuznetsov. And you talk about confidence builders, we talk about tough-mindedness to win the gold medal. The Swedes have shown tough-mindedness in every regard, because the Russians looked, as you said, like they had this game completely under control, playing very smart.
Like they were going to run Sweden out of this place, and Gustafsson's confidence probably took a huge hit. Again, you got to give him credit, and as you pointed out, Sweden credit. And Roger Ronberg, his reaction after that game-tying goal, which, by the way, for Freeberg, ties him once again with Mark Stone for the tournament lead.
And again, we've mentioned it again, not a big score back home in Sweden, but on this stage at the World Junior Championship, on a team with aspirations to win gold and to erase some disappointment, he has been a very valuable player.
Here's a look at the third period and how we got here. It started with this shot by Oscar Klefbom at 3:17, the first goal allowed by Vasilevsky in the tournament, and then a tough one that bounced in on the short side. Vasilevsky made it 3-2. They had all kinds of pressure from power plays, and then with the extra attacker on, Bodin with a shot, and Freeberg with the hot stick. I know everybody thinks Mark Stone's got the hottest stick, and he does. You consider what he's been doing in junior hockey, but here in this tournament, Freeberg's matching him goal for goal.
And the timing of the goals, winning goals, goals that decide the shootout, and now a goal for first place in this pool, the last minute to tie it up.
Well, this is the last game of the preliminary round robin in TSN's coverage of the 2012 IIHF World Junior Championship continues on Monday on TSN with 2 games of live quarterfinal action. Coverage there begins 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. One matchup is set. Finland will take on Slovakia. And the loser of this game faces the Czech Republic on Monday. The winner gets an extra day off. 4-on-4 overtime. Second time that Sweden's gone to overtime. They played overtime against Switzerland earlier this week, and that one eventually went to a shootout. And guess who got the game-winning shot there?
Max Freeberg.
Kuznetsov with his 9 points the other night.
A lot of firepower out here to start this overtime.
Kuznetsov will start up front, along with Kucherov, Larson, and Freeberg up front for Sweden to begin. Here we go. Kucherov watching Klefbom, so he drops it off for Johan Larson. Here's Brodin. Brodin at center. And it roll off his stick. They're casually, kind of patiently making their way up the ice. That goes into the far corner. Here's Freeberg. He's on it. Sergeyev watching him. Freeberg cycles it back. Larson will wait for it. Kuznetsov got him. Now he cuts to the front of the net, and Arzavatsev will take over from there. Oscar Klefbom. Edmonton Oilers first-round draft pick, runs the puck up the ice down the right side, in over the blue line, fires it in around the boards. It goes where Nordstrom will meet it for Sweden. Ojegenov has got him pinned. Niall Yakupov, what a time that this would be for his first goal. Comes free for Nemeth on his backhand. Has no other option but to shovel it in there. Thoro tries to roll off that heavy hit from Ojegenov. It's pushed up the boards and into the middle. Granberg breaks that up. Here's Thoro back to Nemeth. Nemeth backed up, watched by Koklachev, and here comes Ricard Raquel. Raquel carries it in over the line, got it free there for Backlund, just out of his reach, puts it towards the net. Nobody there, comes with the near boards. Koklachev goes to Gusev. Here's Gusev. Trying to make a little toe drag move, and it's turned back by Raquel. Here's Raquel, and he is upended by the Nesterov. Good old-fashioned hip check.
Trying to make a little bit of a toe drag himself, Raquel. Up and over Nesterov.
Larson now. He'll try his luck. Dish off. Back into the corner for Larson. Here's Protein. Fans on that one, and Russia's going to try to break away. It's a Polkov moving in. Shoots. Top shell just missed. Best chance for Russia. Best chance of the OT. Here's Sundstrom now. Sundstrom tries to go wide on Sergeyev. Stops up. Comes near side for Granberg. That bounces over his stick and outside the blue line. Gusev provides the pressure. Comes up with the puck. He's 1-on-3 and lost it. Now here's Max Freeberg. Freeberg gets away from Kuznetsov. Lost his footing. Gets it back. He drops it off for Nemeth. There's a shot. Scores! Patrick Nemeth wins it for Sweden.
And Max Freeberg in the middle. Max Freeberg in the middle of it again. The Russians are saying it was a high stick, but it might have been the stick waving in front of it.
Heartbreak for Vasilevsky after he stood so tall. But Sweden with 4 straight goals, down 3-0. In the first period, kept on coming. They launched 55 shots at this guy, and they needed every single one of them. Now they are reviewing this.
Freeberg jumping into the attack here, and Nemeth not backing off. It does get deflected in front of the net. There's no question about it. Off the stick. This is going to be a long look. You'll see it right from here.
Is it a high stick? Oh boy, that's close.
It really is. But Freeberg backing up. Nemeth onto the net.
It's Nordstrom who provides the tip. And they're taking a good long look at this. Stakes are pretty high with a bye to the semifinal.
Oshiganov right away was signaling to the referee that it was a high stick.
Wow, this game's had a little bit of everything, haven't it? They've had 1 goal disallowed already tonight. When it was 2-0 at the time, Sweden thought they made it 2-1. But it was determined that Mika Zibanejad had kicked it into the net with a kicking motion.
Vasilevsky looks like he is ready to carry on the play, his stellar play.
He has not left his crease. He's staying out there. He says, let's keep on going. Here it comes. The decision is goal. Game over. Sweden finishes first. They advance to the semifinal. What a night on New Year's Eve in Calgary. These guys face each other down the road. Bring it on.
Isn't it interesting that Russia, with a 3-0 deficit last year in the gold medal game against Canada, now face the same fate. 3-0 in the third period and lose in overtime. Wasn't that young man's fault, Andrei Vasilevsky? To say he was brilliant is the only word that is applicable.
5 straight years now that Sweden has finished on top in its group. 20 straight wins in the preliminary round, but the key now for Roger Rönnberg and Team Sweden is to do something about it, to win this tournament. They've only won it once, all the way back in 1981. Here's a look at the goal again. Nemeth with a drive, and the tip right here, Craig.
Yeah, it kind of goes down. Vasilevsky's expecting it to come up on him. He's playing it at the upper part of the net, and Nordstrom deflects it down. But Max Freeberg, with that sense of the dramatic key player for this Swedish team.
Joakim Nordstrom, a 3rd-round draft pick of the Chicago Blackhawks, with his 4th goal of the tournament. Obviously his biggest. Nemeth and Freeberg get the assists at 2:44 of overtime. We are going to stay here to conclude the story here of the preliminary round, and Find out who the players of the game are and the Swedish national anthem before we wrap it up here in Calgary, and awaits quarterfinals that'll start here on Monday. Jonas Brodin gets the player of the game for Sweden.
Yeah, Jonas Brodin playing a lot of minutes, a lot of poise, ends up making a key play that led to the tying goal. He's a terrific young player, the Minnesota Wild, 10th overall pick.
And for the second time in this tournament, Andrei Vasilevsky is named player of the game, and well deserving. Think of the saves that he made to, otherwise this game would have never seen overtime. Sweden's comeback would have been completed far earlier than it was.
And the third period especially, he was brilliant. Attack under siege by the Swedes and never showing any signs of vulnerability or buckling in any way, shape, or form.
Sweden wins it 4-3 in overtime.
As part of international ice hockey tradition, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats for the playing of the winning team's national anthem.
Comme c'est la tradition au hockey international, nous vous demandons gracieusement de vous lever et d'enlever votre chapeau pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national de l'équipe gagnante.